last thing, we did this last year. I wanted to do this year because I thought it was a pretty cool thing. We are going to do our mock. We're going to take the 4 teams a week. I think is what we did. Um, Maybe it was 4 or 8. We might have to pick up the pace. I can't remember. Honestly, I thought it was 4 a week where we talked about what we would do if we were the GMs for those teams. So I want to get into that right now, and we can close out the show on that. So let me share this screen one more time. And mock draft simulator. So I think to me, this is a very interesting draft. Let me just say this real quick though, and I'm going to clip this. Actually, I'm going to stop sharing for just a second,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to ISO myself because I want to say this, and then you
Yeah.
can react to what I say. So the San Francisco 49ers have 11 draft picks, I believe, this year. The from the reporting I've heard is that they plan on using all of those picks in this draft and potentially all of those players making the team. Um, they have a pick in the fourth round. It's pick 113. If Jalen Milroe happens to still be there at pick 4 and the round 4, pick 113, I would love for the 49ers to take a shot on him and potentially develop him. Now, this might be pie in the sky thinking on my part because I've seen I asked Grok, like, where do you think Jalen Milroe is going to go? And I saw a tweet saying second round, maybe third round, which I'm thinking if you take Jalen Milroe in the second round, you believe that he could start for you. And I just don't think that you should have any expectation that Jalen Milroe can be a viable quarterback for you within the first 2 years. Maybe he proves me wrong, right? Because your boy from Tennessee,
And then Hooker or Josh Dobbs?
no, that just got Joe Milton. Joe
Yeah, Milton.
Milton was tearing it up in preseason. And people, I mean, there was rumors that he might get traded for. So again, San Francisco, do your due diligence. And if he's there, I would like to see you guys go after a quarterback because I do think you're about to give Brock Purdy $50 million, which I think is a bad idea. We can save that for another day when the deal's actually signed. But I think you need to go after Jalen Milroe, Tyler Shuff or Shuck, however you say his name. That's another guy. Kyle McCord, that's another guy. But again, Jalen Milroe, if he's there, go grab him in the fourth round. Anyway, all right, let's jump into this mock draft. If you don't have any response to that,
I don't
let me
like
get.
anybody that plays at Alabama. So
You gotta get that hate out your heart. All right, so I think these first 4 picks are very interesting. Then there might be more intrigue that happens along the way.
hmm
But obviously with the Tennessee Titans, I think they're all in on Cam Ward. To me, in a different year, they may not be as all in on Cam Ward as they would maybe be another quarterback. Maybe if this was last year's quarterback class. But I mean, I think Cam Ward is the pick, right? Like I don't. They've beefed up their offensive line. I mean, maybe Abdul Carter because they let Harold Landry walk, and I don't know what they have coming off the edge. But it's got to be Cam Ward, right? Are you in agreement?
Yeah, this. Yeah, I mean, the Will Levis experiment is done. It's a wrap. I don't believe that there's that you can't wheel him out. You can't wheel him out onto the field again. Um,
Bars.
so yeah, so I think that the Cam Ward pick is, and I think he's to me clearly, I think he's clearly better than Shador Sanders.
Ooh, clearly better. That's interesting. That is
hmm
interesting. So I want to share this play here. I'm going to switch tabs so you can see this play. This is insane. Now this is Tyler Shuff, and I don't know what happened here.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it.
I thought it was Will Levis. I thought we were watching Will Levis.
No, it's not. And
Oh,
so,
I
granted, you don't want to judge someone off of their worst moments, right?
but
Not to say, but I mean, like, bro, I would love to know if I was a quarterback or a quarterback coach or offensive coordinator, head coach, and I got him in my room, and I'm going to go, hey, what happened here?
yeah,
Talk
yeah,
me
yeah,
through
yeah.
that
Talk to
play
me.
because that's
Talk to
crazy.
me.
That's crazy. But yes, I agree. I think the pick should be Cam Ward, even though, and 15, 20 years ago, these guys would be second, third round draft picks, but it's a different time, a different day.
Yeah.
So yes, I agree. Let's go Cam Ward here. Now, this is where I think the draft gets truly interesting.
Hmm.
So right now on the depth chart, the Cleveland Browns have two quarterbacks, Deshaun Watson, Kenny Pickett. All right. So I don't. I know there's a lot of talk about Arch Manning. Maybe Arch Manning comes out next year. Uh, you know, maybe. But have you seen some of the other names in the QB draft class of 2026?
No, I assumed that it was going to be the kid for Penn State.
Drew
Is
Aller
he? Yeah.
is so I'm on a site called NFLDraftBuzz.com.
Oh, and what's the name? The kid for LSU, right?
Let's see. Garrett Nussmeier. They
Yeah.
got your boy Nico. So this site has, according to them, has Nico as the number two ranked quarterback on their particular board. Drew Aller is three. Other notable names that you've heard of: Lenore Sellers, which I didn't know that he was already in his second year at South
Oh
Carolina.
yeah. I
Cade
didn't either.
Klubnik at Clemson.
That's rough. Oh Lord, it
Sam
went downhill
Levitt.
fast.
Listen. Sam Levitt at Arizona
Uh
State.
huh.
Jackson Arnold, who is transferred, and I don't know where he is right now. Um, Miller Moss, Carson Beck, Haynes King, Connor Wegman rounds out the top 12. So if the idea, and the reason I brought that up, because if the idea is, okay, Cleveland, you're thinking, well, we won't go quarterback in this draft. We will go quarterback in 2026. I think they should go Shador Sanders here.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's really Arch, and I mean you're banking on somebody else. I mean, I think you know what Drew Aller is. I think Nico's ranking two is assuming he's going to get better. I don't think Nico's number two right now. It's assuming that he takes a big step in his what is his redshirt sophomore year. But yeah, so you unless you just can somehow guarantee that you're getting Arch Manning next year. But here's the thing, though: you still owe Deshaun Watson all that money. And is the Deshaun Watson experiment over? Is it over?
Is it over?
Is it
Is
over?
it? That brother re-tore his Achilles. He's not playing next year. He's not playing this year anyway. Yes,
When
that
did he
that
when did he
that's
tear it? What week did he
he
tear it? Did he tear it early?
no, he tore it in a game and then he re-tore it. And so there was some post about them
Oh,
potentially going after his voiding the contract because there was some Instagram post of him with his wife and he didn't have like the brace or cat. He didn't have like the protect
mm,
whatever it was to protect it. He didn't have it on. And so that story kind of came and went. Like, oh yeah, that listen, that money's gone.
yeah.
You know how you like to place bets on parlays for Tennessee to
I'm glad that's
lose.
what you said, because the way you were doing like your hands, I thought you was like,
I mean,
just throw ones up in the club. That's what I thought. I was like, yo, is this what we're doing? Ain't one? Like, is this what we're doing? Like,
I mean, hey, maybe Arsenal's got some stories to tell. He did put out on Twitter that me and Ward are in the club and we living it up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's some stories to be told here.
yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, but no, yes, I get what you're saying. Yeah, you know how I like to bet on KU, or where I just throw money away. Like.
Listen. Cleveland might as well have went to the strip club and did this because they blew it. They basically blew it up, threw it all up in the air, and gave it to Deshaun
Yeah.
Watson. So, I mean, again, I just don't know if there's a quarterback in 2026 that
Now,
maybe someone emerges. Maybe someone emerges
it
and
should,
something
will Shador
changes.
Sanders go there? That's the question. Will he go there?
I think that if you are Andrew Berry and, oh, I can see his face, but I can't think of the coach's name. Oh, this is going to bug me. I think if you are Andrew Berry and, sorry, I'm going to look this up now.
Kevin Stefanski?
Kevin, thank you, Kevin Stefanski. If you are Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski, I think you need to do a lot of convincing of Dion because let me tell you who's not coming there if he comes out next year. One overall pick. Arch Manning. You're
Right.
not you're not getting him. So you might as well do all the wooing of Dion that you can. And I believe it was reported that Shador was visiting with the Browns this week. So I think they're maybe they're on their way to try to pave the road to pick him. I think they should pick him over Abdul Carter because what good is having a great defense if Kenny Pickett is your quarterback? No disrespect
Well,
to Kenny
listen, I
Pickett.
mean, we've had Miles Garrett for how many years? You know what I mean? Like, and he's probably one of the greatest defensive ends of all time. And, like, where have that gotten them?
Where has that gotten them? And I mean, yeah, and they basically had to bribe him to stay. Essentially, is
Yeah.
what happened. So I think the pick is going to be Shador Sanders. That's that. At least if we were the GMs, that would be the decision we would be making because I just don't know what exactly. And I don't necessarily think that Shador is going to be an upper tier quarterback talent wise. I do think if you put the right team around Shador, I think you saw it at Jackson State. I think you saw it at Colorado. When he has time and talent, he can make things happen. He just got to learn how to get
Yeah.
rid of the ball when things
Hmm.
are not there. And same goes for Cam Ward too, by the way. Cam Ward holds onto the ball way too
Yep.
long. All right, number three. If
Man,
you are
this
the
is this
Giants,
is
this is interesting, right? Because if you're the Giants, do you go trap? You need talent. You need help everywhere, right? Do
you
you
need
go?
help.
I mean, so Pro Football Focus has their needs as quarterback, tackle, defensive interior, and cornerback.
It's so crazy because I mean it's widely considered that Abdul Carter is the number one most ready player, in this draft. So to see him
Yes,
dropping in what I mean, the Patriot. I mean, maybe a team's trading up. I mean, we're not doing trades right now, but maybe a
right.
team is trading up, to switch with the Giants and Giants fall. I don't know. But yeah, no. But right now, I'm going Travis Hunter. I'm going. I got Malik Neighbors. I got Travis Hunter. I'm building, a lot of talent to have who throw them the ball. Who is it?
Oh, Russell,
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson,
Russell
Russell
Wilson.
Wilson. Yeah.
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 Um,
By the way, this is I'm pretty sure that this administration will call it DEI for me just mentioning this, but Russell Wilson is right now the projected starter. There's only been one black quarterback who's ever started a game for the New York Giants. It was Geno Smith. He replaced Eli Manning. The fan base revolted. Geno got benched, and Eli got to start for 2 more years. So they're going to be starting a black quarterback this year, unless something drastic changes. By the way, so
yeah.
I just looking at their depth chart on defense. I mean, they got Brian Burns on coming off the edge on one side, and Kayvon
Kayvon Thibodeau.
Thibodeau. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. To me, because you have those two guys. To me, I think the answer is it's got to be Travis Hunter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if you're a GM, are you playing him on both sides of the ball? Or are you just making him choose a spot?
Not. I mean, I play him on both sides of the ball, but I'm not playing him as much as he wants to be played on both sides of the ball.
Gotcha. All right. So number
So
four, last one. So do you Abdul Carter has slipped. You're the Patriots. You have needs all over the board.
yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
you went and got Stefon Diggs, right? Even though he's coming off an injury.
Hmm.
Do you go Territor McMillan? Or do you
No.
go best player on the board and you go Abdul Carter? Like we stopped the slide of Abdul Carter right here.
Yeah. I'm taking Abdul Carter right here or Mason Graham.
Mm. I'm trying to
But
see who they have.
listen, they swung and missed on Jalen Polk. You know what I mean? They can't afford. I don't think they can afford to try to grab a wide receiver this early.
You think so? I mean, isn't it early to say that about Jalen Polk? It's only his first year.
Um, yeah, it's very early because of how bad they are too. It's like what I mean. Like they weren't very good either. So it is definitely early.
Now,
Speaking
first
of
of
how
all, I'm
bad
rooting.
they are, Maryland is absolutely terrible.
They're getting trapped. So the thing I heard about them is that they have their starting five is really good. They have no bench.
Yeah, yeah. Both of these SEC teams are going to end up winning by 20.
Random travel on that game winner by Derek Queen or not?
If he's on my team, no. If he's against my team, yes.
Oh my gosh, that's not an answer. It's not an answer. It was not a travel. I don't think he had possession of the ball when that first step landed. And I'm calling
Really?
NBA rules. He got a gather step. He took 3 steps, but I'm saying he didn't have control of the ball, and I'm calling it a gather step, even though they don't do that in college.
Yeah.
So I'm giving him the shot. Um,
Okay.
by the way, we're rooting against the Patriots for all time because they fired Gerard Mayo after promising him the job and then spent a buttload ton of money to beef the team up. Now they got Mike Vrabel. They went and got Robert Spillane from the Raiders. They went and
Yep.
got Harold Landry. They
Yep.
signed Milton Williams.
Yep.
So I want to give them like a
Stephon
seventh round
Diggs.
draft pick. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Abdul Carter's the pick then.
Yep. Yeah, I can't see that. I wouldn't mind trading down, but since we have to make the pick, I can't. Yeah, there's no reason.
I forgot to stop this thing. Stop, stop. So here we go. Our first 4 picks: Cam Ward, Shador Sanders, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter. We'll
Abdul.
come back. We'll do the next probably 4 or 8 because I can't remember if we were doing 8 at a time. I think I need to do 8 at a time because we're only 3 weeks away. So we might have to
Yeah.
double up next week. Dang, we'll come back next week. We'll talk about Apollo because that's the one thing we didn't get a chance to talk about because I am interested in talking about that with you. But please remember, you can check out every episode of It's a Black and White Thing by going to the podcast app of your choice, wherever you get the good podcasts. Like that, not like, you want to share that content, you want to subscribe to the content, give us 5 stars, leave a comment. You can follow us on YouTube, Brains and Bars. Share the broadcast, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, tell a friend to tell a friend. It's those boys again. And follow us on Instagram, Twitter, IG, Facebook at Brains and Bars. Until next time, it's been a Black
And White.
and White thing, man. Y'all have a good evening. We'll see y'all next week. Be easy.